married and single men. Like,
Go ahead.
if you could think of one, maybe two things that you want us as women to know in the
Mm,
realm of relationship. Yeah,
in
give
relationship.
y'all a minute to
Okay.
marinate on it. What do you want women to know? What is it that y'all want us to know? Single and married. What do
Go-
y'all want us to know?
This is what. Go ahead. This is what I want women to know. One, I would like just from the standpoint of, let's just say, from the process of dating, right? The starting, right? I want women to understand and be honest of where you are,
Hmm.
right? Where you are, and realizing that wherever you've been, you can change the course by changing your mentality, right?
Damn, Mark. Damn.
Right, and stop blaming others. You
Hmm.
feel me?
Hmm.
You
Damn,
know what I'm
Mark.
saying? I think I would like women to know that, right? That's coming from the beginning stages of even getting dating right now in marriage, right? I would probably being married at one point. Uh, I would want women to know that the most important thing to us is allowing us to work in the greatness that you have chosen us to be, because it's your choice, right? Allow us to work um in what we're supposed to do and carry forth by creating, and I know we say this a lot, but I'm gonna say it a little slightly different but the same, to create an environment so that we both can live in harmony. Most people like to use the word peace, right? Yeah, peace,
Ooh.
harmony, and justice for all. You know what I mean? Just to be for everybody. So I want
Yeah.
married women to realize that that's probably the number one thing we want you to know, so we can be in our greatness.
I ain't gonna play with y'all today. What's happening? What's good, everybody? We back for another edition of Date Night Online. Date Night. This is not a podcast. This is a platform. It's a platform for people to come on and talk about the things they want to talk about. Tonight we will have another Q&A. We have another Q&A. That's right. We got another young lady who wants to come on with some fellas that may be strongly opinionated, but we also live the life as well. So guess what? I have a new guest tonight. But before we start, again, this is not a platform. Excuse me. This is not a podcast. This is a platform. It's an open platform for anybody to come on. It's been a year strong, as they say in the hood. It's a year strong. We still doing it. We're still doing it. And look, check this out. Anybody that comes on this platform tonight, let's share it. Let's share this thing tonight. Let's get the chat popping. Let's get everybody in here. A lot of times when I first start off, I usually start off with the fact of just kind of letting everybody come in. We try to get in the rhythm where roughly about 5 to 6 minutes it indicates and let people know that we're here on live. So guess what? We back at it again. So look, check this out. Before we get started, let me bring in our guests. I'm gonna bring the fellas in first, and I'll bring the young lady that's gonna be on the chopping block. I mean, she's gonna be part of the conversation today. But let me go ahead and start by bringing my fellas in first. What's up, Sledge? What's going on, brother?
What's up, big bro?
All right, we back again. And then guess what? My man, he was out last week. You know, he part of the men's group. I mean, you know, a real fella met him about a good month and a half, 2 months. We did a little content. We're gonna bring him in, my man Perry. What's happening, Perry?
What up, though?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey,
look,
I might spoil it.
What's that now?
I can't call it. I might spoil it.
All right, what I tell you. All right. And so check it. So this young lady that I got, fellas. So we've done some content together before. She's a single young lady. She's been through the dating spoils or whatnot. I don't think she's ever been married, but I'll let her tell her story so y'all get a little bit of background on her tonight. I know a little bit about her, but guess what? When I talked to her earlier, I said, hey, here's what we're gonna do. I want to bring two fellas in, two married guys. I'm gonna represent the single fellas in the house. And then we got two married men. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna talk about some of her experiences, and we're gonna give her a little bit feedback on some of the things that she have possibly experienced. And then she'll have some questions for her. And then guess what? We're gonna question her. Some of the things we wonder why the women of the day are the way they are. Now, she's not an expert, but guess what? She has a pulse on it. She's an educator. And she's also in touch on what's going on. So let's go ahead and bring Miss Corey B in the building. What's happening, Miss Corey?
Hey, how are you?
Hey there.
Don't be coming to here sound like you know, we at vacation Bible school. Talking about, hey, how are you?
I swear she wasn't just talking to me like that.
Feel like she about to read a Bible verse. Well, what's going on?
Not
So
much.
look, I'm gonna go ahead and share you a little bit more about the fellas. I saw you in the chat, and then again, this goes back to what I was just saying earlier. This is an open platform, so she kind of caught she caught the middle of the chat a couple weeks ago. It was just me, Vince, and we had her good friend Donna. And look, okay, so this is the one. Sledge, you remember when she came on, she was singing that song "Ladies First," right? This is her background singer right here, right? She's the one who do the back.
Welcome to the
Whatever.
show.
That's her song. You're
So
just
that's what I
jealous.
missed.
Song. Yeah, you
There's
missed
what I
it. You missed
missed.
the song.
first,
The
so
redness.
it's all right.
Right.
It's okay.
It's all good. So look, so check it. So Corey, so these gentlemen, you know a little bit more about me. I'm a single guy, was married before married, 16 and a half years, single now, 4 years, single but dating. But so now you have two gentlemen that's been in a marriage for 30 plus, right, fellas, right? 30 plus, both
25,
both
25.
25. Okay, so together 50 years of marriage experience right in front of you, right? And you probably got about
You see my face?
4 and some change and some dog years of of the single aspect for me. Okay.
See all these
Now, to put that- this model mode now, but yeah. So look, check it. So, Corey B, tell them a little bit more about you. Tell them how long you've been single, where you're from, and kind of a little bit about your dating experience. Tell us about it with that big ass smile you got. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm from Wilmington, Delaware,
Hey, yeah.
like 30 minutes south of Philly. I've been single always. No,
Always.
never married. No.
Okay.
And I currently live in Maryland.
Mhm.
All right.
So
I don't know
let me
what
ask you. Oh no, I got. You're gonna tell us what I want
Oh,
to
Lord.
know at this point. So look.
Oh, okay.
So you said single always, right? I'm gonna ask you something. This is an accountability moment for you. Why the always? Why have you always been single?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
Because I've never
That's
been
what-
married. I was
Oh,
raised that if you've
technicality.
never been married, you're single. I've never been married, so
Okay,
I've
when's
just
your last
been-
relationship? How about that?
Technically.
When you said always single, that didn't seem kind of strange.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, always I have been. I've never been married. I should just say
Gotcha.
that. You said
Gotcha.
how long you've been single? Always.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All
We're
right.
being technical.
Being technical, but that's okay though. We're gonna goddamn, hey, we're gonna put it on the stand. So
Hey,
my
she-
question is, When was the last time your long-term relationship, and how long was that relationship? Your last relationship?
The last long-term relationship. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm starting to think it's just me. It's probably just me.
Thank you. Accountability, fellas.
Don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for
it
that.
It might just be me. Dang, the last long-term relationship was in my 20s.
Yeah. Okay, you mind asking how old are you now?
So that was
I'm
last
43.
year, right? That was last year, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, 2 months ago, actually. 2
Wow.
months.
Look at this guy.
So would you say? So what about dating? We're gonna get a little context when we.
I've dated, and that long-term relationship was like 4 years. I have dated, and I've had a 2-year relationship, a 1-year relationship. To me, those aren't long-term.
Okay, so when was your last? How often do you date? How often do you go out on dates?
Not very often. I don't get out. I'm a teacher, so for me, I'll do some online dating. But for the most part, I don't get out that much. So it's me. It's probably me. It's probably
fellas.
me.
Y'all want to go ahead and take a crack at this?
Because unless he's gonna break in or deliver the mail or scale a wall, you know.
So when you say it's you, is it you think is it your job, is it your career, or is it you just not really feeling the whole field, whatever, right now?
Honestly, I would love to date more. Okay. I really would. I would love to just get in a committed relationship and call it a day. I was actually seeing someone not too long ago, and that was kind of long distance. But what I like, I don't see a lot of. And those guys tend to be in relationships. So I like chivalry. I like a man who opens doors. Huh?
You have a type.
Do I?
Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit your type out.
Type?
I'm talking about the physical. Spit out your physical type. Spit it out.
I don't have one. You know, my type, I don't like skinny men, skinny slim men.
Okay.
We could start at like defensive linemen all the way up to like heavy D a little bit down. I like them. I want to feel like I got a personal bodyguard.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
That's what I like. You have my back, I got your back.
Okay.
That's what I want. But it's anywhere in between. You know what I mean? It's
race is optional. It doesn't matter, right?
It definitely matters.
Oh, so you got a type.
Oh, I love the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you like big brothers.
Very dark. You could be pretty light.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Look, she likes big dudes.
Yeah. Big brothers.
She likes big brothers.
Big guys. Big guys.
Hey, so I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have I'm gonna have a theory, and you tell me what you think about it, because I'm wondering, why do women like okay, so this is what I hear, right? I hear women say there's not a lot of good men, right? There's not a lot of good men out there. Do you think that women they shorten the pool of men they would like to date due to the fact that they have all these requirements? Like, he's too short, he don't make enough.
Here's the deal.
He's this. What is your opinion?
Yes, the more the more things you put in your filter, he's got to be at least 7.5 inches tall. He's got to be this weight. He's got to have, you know, wet wavy type of hair. You're definitely going to shrink your options, obviously. Are some things realistic? Absolutely. There are not enough 7.5 inch men around for everybody. It's not going to work. It's just not. And if you meet him, is he interested in you? What do you look like? What are your interests? Sometimes they don't align, you know. So, and are you in the right place to meet these people? Maybe you need to be going to, I don't know, homecoming, Temple homecoming events for just the basketball players. But honestly, depending on your age, sis, he might just be 5'4". He just might be 5'4". With a stubby, hair.
And so, fellas, so what do y'all think about that theory? Do you think that women they really they shorten their opportunities due to their fact that their list are long? Perry, what do you think about that?
Yeah, they do. They do. But I get it though, man, because everybody got a type, whether they want
Right.
to admit it or not. Everybody
Right.
has a little type. You know
Right.
what you like to see in your eyeballs, and you would like to have for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got a type, but I just think, man, sometimes like you got to look at married women, for example, right?
Mhm.
Here they have us. We just regular working class guys, man, out here trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Doing right by the family and all that good stuff. Doing all the things we were taught we were supposed to do. And we're just regular. So, but you know what I'm saying? So
You're right.
just
You
look
right.
at the lifestyle. It's just a regular fucking lifestyle. So you don't need this guy to be a millionaire. He don't have to be a CEO. He don't have to have this much money in the bank. Sometimes you got to build with him, even in the 40s. Even if he's in his 40s, you got to build with that motherfucker.
Right. You want to speak on that?
Go ahead, sorry.
Now, what were you gonna say, Cole?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to
Corey.
say I agree to an extent. I think when I hear women talk about what they're looking for the most, you hear about those exterior things first. And it's like, okay, if I get past this, then this. But women with common sense who are realistic are saying, listen, that the guy I want is likely taken and happy. So what do I really want? Let's start looking at things. Yes, you can want to build with someone, but you got to have a plan and be working it and be into it. In your 40s, you should be into that plan. Unless you recently had to start over with something for some reason. Women like myself want security.
I like how you own your stuff.
Yeah. Me too. That's nice. That's nice. That's rare.
Yeah, because both of these gentlemen have daughters, right? They have daughters, and I'm sure there's core fundamental things that they tell their daughters. Like what's one, and I don't think like what's one of the core fundamental things you tell her? The number one thing you tell your daughter, Vince.
The number one thing
when picking the fella, and before you say that. This is also you can also apply that to yourselves too, ladies. This is a piece that you guys can apply. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if I gave her like a list of things. I know I gave her a list of things to look out for, like red flags or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, me and her have an open line of communication when it comes to that. But she ain't ever really sought my advice when picking a boyfriend or whatever. They just kind of show up at the house, and you know what I mean. I give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You know what I mean. And she can tell if I like them. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, I mean, she just like I'm sure Perry gonna say the same thing. We gave them all the game as you know as they were coming up. How to decipher through the bullshit. And women should have the right to have a type or to have a checklist of things that you got to meet. You know what I mean? You shouldn't ever have to settle.
Yep, I agree. Yeah. And like Vince said, like we gave them, like we talked about this before, man. I gave my daughter all the game. I told her everything. I told her everything about us, what we like, how we try to make our moves and do our little shit. I told them all that. But when we did that shit, at the same time, we kind of messed them up.
We did.
So much shit. Because they not, like you get one shot. Like you come crazy or say something, you out of everybody. Like my daughter is 32. I met 2 guys that she's dated. She was like, I'm not taking you around my fucking father.
Right.
I know what he gonna say and what he gonna do. Like, I'm not even gonna take you around. And it's like she knew something. So that's why she was really like, you know what? I ain't even gonna be with this cat like this. So I ain't about to do this because he corny or whatever. Maybe something I told her, but yeah, we kind of messed him up when we gave him all that game.
I disagree.
You think
so? Go ahead, speak on it.
Because I'm a daughter that didn't have that. I didn't have that.
Okay.
No, I have a father. I have a stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that from my father. My father's, he's a biker. He likes going on the road. He likes doing stuff. I could reach him if there was an emergency or something. Yeah. Great. My stepfather, he was a very selfish kind of guy. when I was growing up at that time. So he wasn't busy trying to teach me anything like that. I never got that from him. So for me, where you said your daughter, she's like, oh no, I see it a mile away. No, I'm like, I wonder what that's about. I'm curious. I'm the girl in the horror story that would have went into the darkness looking for Johnny. You know what I mean? Versus your daughter, like, I heard a noise, I'm out. I'm like,
But but the mistake they make is they're trying to compare these dudes to us, and that's not realistic. Like, you can't. This dude is 20-something. He's gonna say stupid shit. He's gonna do a lot of stupid shit. Right. Little grace. Let's let him grow up. Because I'm gonna tell you another thing. I used to be that guy too. So just a little grace. But they like.
But Pete, you gotta admit, these 20s are they're a different breed than what we were.
Yeah.
I don't know. Help me, because what's the excuse for the 40s brothers? Because I look at this now. For me, I look at men and I'm like, okay, I know you know better.
Yeah.
What is going on? Did you assimilate to what's the current culture? I mean, really?
So watch this. So watch this before we move to the fellas. I definitely want to go into there, but this is what most women don't want right here. This is it. Y'all see that?
just a little loving.
Yeah, just a little loving. You know what I mean? Just a little love in your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hey, bro, that nigga tall enough to push a lawnmower.
Yeah, he can push that lawnmower, and then guess what? Y'all are the same height when you lay down.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
What does it matter?
They knew what they was doing.
Right. So go ahead. So you had a question about the fellas in the 40s. Now go ahead. What's the question about? What was your question? Look, here's a young lady right here. Look at that already. Heck no. You see that about that picture?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that doesn't exaggerate. I dated a guy once who was like 4'11". I'm 5'5".
I'm sorry.
I can't even say this about that.
What?
So can't nobody ever come to me talking about, well, he's a little short. No, I can't respect you. No.
Yeah.
Not 4'11".
Yeah.
Not at all.
You said something a minute ago. Like, are they trying to assimilate to like the younger generation? You think that's the problem?
Because here's the deal. We are influenced by the things around us, right? Some of us more so than others, depending on how much you're taking in. Being on the phones and scrolling and stuff, we see a lot of stuff. We giggle, we laugh, we learn things. And some of us with kids. Oh, sorry, say it again.
No, I'm saying keep it moving.
Oh, some of us that have kids, your kids say, oh, don't do that, do this, wear this, try this, do that. So we kind of assimilate to the culture that we're in, but some of us take it a bit too far. When you no longer hold doors, say, excuse me, speak when somebody speaks to you, I got a problem. I have a question. Like, what happened? We were raised in the same era, watching the same things on TV. I knew you were the corny dude down the street. And now you're what? What are we doing here? I don't understand it. And at this point, I'm past the point where I want to have a conversation and figure things out. I just look and I just think, what a shame. And I keep moving the other direction, because why waste time trying to figure out what we both know isn't right? It's annoying. It's sad. And it's why the dating pool is what it is, in my opinion.
Right. Say people in their 40s were raised by the internet and have weird world people skills. Yeah.
Oh, definitely socially awkward. Big time.
Right. And you know what? I think confidence is definitely one of the things that a lot of men lack. Right. And that's what causes the social awkwardness, right? The point where you step in front of a woman and you just don't even know what to say. Right. That's a sign of lack of confidence, right? You feeling that you're nervous and stuff. You shouldn't, as a man, you shouldn't be nervous of no woman or be afraid of rejection.
Right.
It's a numbers game. Right? It's a numbers game, fella.
The whole rejection thing, though, I saw a piece a little while ago about how women don't like to be approached in certain, you know what I mean, certain scenarios and certain situations or whatever, and how guys are can be over aggressive with that shit too, as well as a lack of confidence.
We had that conversation, yeah.
Yeah. I think over aggressive men are probably the type of men that are afraid of rejection. They try to control the situation and they overly control it, and it can come off as in being like really aggressive. In actuality, they're just nervous.
Yeah. and it's like still to this day, man, even in these days and times we're in now, guys can talk themselves out of a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, shit could be going your way and you just keep fucking rambling. And then you say something dumb and she like, did he just say that? And you can just see you can see it leave her eyes. You know, you just fucking talk. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, Gar. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Am I telling the truth?
You are. You are.
Yeah. So any questions you may have as far as the marriage component or a single component that you may want to ask us tonight? Look at she got a picture over there.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So
Uh-oh. Damn it.
Did you just spill some? Oh, I thought that was going to be. That nervous shit we talking about.
You brought out the pad and scared the shit out of me.
Good.
All right. You guys have been in a relationship for 25 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think you answered this last week, but I'd love to hear it again. How did you know that you were ready for a serious long-term relationship?
Benny? Oh, I got it. Yeah. It was no question. Like, I didn't have to ask, hey, is she the one? Or dang, should I marry her? Those questions were never asked. And I never thought about them. So that's how it went for me.
What? Okay, so Perry, but let me ask you from the interior, right? From the outside of her, before you even, because y'all tell me what y'all think about this, fellas. You have to play the part before you are the part. So, what checks and balances did you do within yourself to realize that you was even ready to settle down without that person? Like, what did you internally? What did you? How did you feel?
Let me think on that. Hold on. Go ahead, Vince.
Go ahead, say it.
Ponder.
I had none, sir. I was scared as a motherfucker. I did not know what I was doing, nor what I was getting myself into. I just dove in.
You didn't think about it.
Didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Like I said last time we talked about it, we had a comfort level between us. Like we knew each other because we had known each other for so long. You know, it was just an easy do, man. It was just an easy thing to do, an easy step to take. I mean, I knew I was ready. The streets was catching up with your boy. I was ready.
Okay. Right.
Okay,
and Yeah, and I think we get to a point where we felt like we've done all we can do in the streets. Like that's number one from an eternal part, right? It's all we can do. Listen. Right. Okay, let me explain. Right. Look, listen, don't try to understand, just listen. The moment you try to understand would it be the moment you will never get
I'm gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it. So I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna say for me, it's to a point where you feel like knowing that the biggest attribute of being a man is realize that you have the ability to say no. Yeah. Right? You have the ability to say no about anything that may come across you. About any type of woman they come across, or be picky on the one, because when you in the streets, you just stick your dick in a fence and fuck the fence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no limit to what you or how many you would be. But when you know inside that you're ready, the thought of having choices, you limit it down to yes, no, to no, and yes. Right, to that one particular person, right? So when you feel like you've done all you can do out in these streets, right, and you're ready to just have somebody that can be that nurture that you need before you even find that person, for me, I think that will be a good indication of that eternal conversation we have as men, and also having our shit in order too, because we gotta have our shit in order.
Yeah. So I think so. Since you said that, so for me, I think I was just like, I didn't internalize it like, this is the person I'm gonna be with. I want to do this, get everything right, because I didn't see that growing up, so I didn't know nothing about that. I just knew I wanted her to be mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and you, whatever that entails, however far I got to go with it, I'm willing to do it. But no, I didn't set it up like that. No. You just be my woman for life. Type shit.
Mark, what you say, Mark? Get over the head, throw over the
Right, throw over the shoulder. Come on, you come with me. Hey, so fellas, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this though, from that standpoint. Again, I guess from the part of not even having I'll say this. Would you say, fellas, that when you run across that one, she will inspire you to clean up your bullshit too?
Yeah.
Like you may have some mess going on with you, but she inspires you. Like, look, Corey, I want to help you out, and all the women that listen out here. Here's the thing: you guys inspire us more than you think, right?
Yeah.
From our lowest part into our better part, right?
Mm-hmm.
At our lowest, you guys inspire us to do, go out and buy stuff to attract y'all. But as far as being a man, we want to be the best for you. You inspire us to be that before you become our mate. It's a feeling. It's nothing that we don't think about.
Yeah, no doubt.
Vince call it peacocking.
Okay, what you mean? What you mean by that?
When you talk about trying to impress them, hell yeah, that's what you're doing. You peacocking.
Yeah. Ruffling the feathers.
Like, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the one. Choose me.
Yeah, you guys inspire us more than you think.
Oh, they know. I think they know it.
Right, and then the one, it inspires us to cut everybody else off. I don't want to lose this one right here. Like this is it. That's right. It's an instinct. As hunters, hunters have instincts. We got to know where the prey is.
Hey, man.
Layman's terms.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Corey?
It absolutely does.
Right. So it's nothing that we really plan. It's something that we feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get ourselves together, fellas out there.
Yeah, and she will, like you said, she will inspire you to get your shit together too. I had to tie up a lot of loose ends, and I would have just left loose. I had to get rid of a lot of distractions. And once I realized I would rather hang with her than the cats that I was hanging with in the street, then it was all over.
Yeah.
Right. And ladies, don't overdo it. We can also see the overdoers too.
Oh yeah.
There's a sign of women that want us to see me, pick me. That's almost a turnoff.
Almost.
It is a turnoff.
So what's overdoing it? Because a couple minutes ago, you said play the part before you are the part. And some of us were taught, nah, because that's not your role right now. So don't play the role that you're not yet, because you got to earn that.
I'm saying from an inner part. I have to be a husband in my actions without anyone first.
Okay.
I gotta have a husband mentality. I gotta want to take on the household. I gotta go out here and take care of myself. I gotta want to I have to want to be able to take care of the feelings of whoever comes in my space at that time before she even gets there.
But on the flip side of that, if a woman starts to try and act like she's already a wife before she is a wife, that will run a lot of guys away, though.
Mm-hmm. Right. But overly do it. We know what a wife is without you telling us you're a wife. Yeah. Because some women, they just do stuff to try to dangle that carrot to show I'm loyal to you. I'm this, I'm that. We know you loyal to us. We know that. You ain't gotta do too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just be you.
What's an example of too much?
What would be too much a woman would do? Like certain things early, like probably paying his bills early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women pay bills out here, fellas.
Yeah.
And ladies,
overly affectionate, not sexually, but just affectionate. Like I always say, "You okay, babe? You good, babe?"
Oh yeah,
come on, yeah.
I told you I was all right 2 seconds ago.
They're out there. They're out there.
But hey,
Yeah.
what about the public affection, the public display of affection?
I'm down with PDAs.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Yeah, I'm down with it.
PDAs. I'm all the way down with PDA. I love that shit. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm with it. Vince don't like.
Yeah, the overly stuff. We know that when it feels, don't crowd us. Let us think.
Right.
Let us think. We're not gonna react more so off the over pouring of emotions. We're not that emotional. Some of us are. Go ahead, Corey B. Go ahead. You have a question? Another question for me?
I do.
Go ahead. Look at him.
Now, I guess. Well, what does a lady look like to you? A lady,
Period.
not a woman, not a female, but a lady. And the way I say it is a lady. A woman is female, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lady is different. Every woman is not a lady. I think there's certain attributes, certain je ne sais quoi, I guess, that is specific to a lady that every woman doesn't have. So what does that look like?
To me, it starts, it's going to sound crazy, but like the walk. Like how you walk and carry yourself. Like, are you intentionally walking this way? Is this just your natural gait, or like it's the walk? Because a woman, a lady, carries herself differently. She walks different. It's some thotties out there with some walks, and you know them when you see them. But a lady, yeah, that's different. That walk, I know it. I know it when I see it. I'm like, oh, she bought her shit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can look at a real woman and say, yeah, that's a lady right there. That ain't no girl. It's not a girl. That's a grown ass lady. I mean, to me, I guess it's all about self-confidence. You know what I mean? Being secure with who you are. And, you know, just being yourself and not trying to be, not being all fake and shit. I can't stand that shit. Never have like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, look, so a lady to me would be like one who's there, and you can feel her being there without being there, right? Like she's her presence, right? Her ability to be in a room and everybody noticing she ain't even saying shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to stunt, right? You just everybody know you there.
I like
you know what I mean?
Comment.
Yeah.
What's that?
A lady conducts herself with grace and confidence. Her presence alone commands respect from the jump.
Yeah, shout out Kevin, man. That's
for
a great
real.
one, man.
That's real.
Right. Yeah.
That's real.
Grace and confidence. You know what I mean? You ain't got to say a whole lot. Yeah. You ain't got to say a whole lot to let you know. I mean, I kind of like aggressive women. Fellas, y'all like aggressive women, man?
It depends. Depends on what you mean by aggressive.
Yeah,
okay.
What we talking about?
Whatever your degree of aggressive, meaning that not overly aggressive. Like, okay, so you guys are married. Do you like sometimes to be the aggressor in your situations? Is it balanced, or do you feel like you, even before or even now, are you the aggressor, or is it balanced, and do you like stuff like it's a turn on? I think aggressive women are turn on in the bedroom would be one.
Hey, once upon a time in a land far, far away, I was the aggressor, and I'm still the aggressor.
Yep.
Do y'all like timid women, man?
I don't like timid women.
No. Call me on my bullshit. Call me on my bullshit.
Right. I can't stand that.
I'm with it.
Nah. But I don't want them to be too, because I watch a lot of and I listen to a lot of true crime, right? Every murder.
Wait a minute.
No, just follow me. Every episode, every story, the murder victim is always that person who lights up every room they come into. You know what I'm saying? You ever know?
Everybody loved them.
Everybody loved them. She was the life of the party.
Yeah.
Every time.
Somebody snuffed their lights out. Yeah.
Man, let me tell you one time I went out with this girl one time, y'all. Let me tell you what look, I'm an observer. Now I've gotten to the age, and this is what age do to a smart man. Corey, I'm gonna say this, right? A smart man, age allows you to peep what's going on and really make an assessment if you want to move forward, right? That's when you grown, right? So I remember I was going out with this girl and every time, we went out and stuff, we was hanging out with some of her friends at one point. And then so I'm just sitting back. And so next thing you know, I look up. I'm just in the room where we were out. And I knew her friends, but I didn't know them. But every time I turned around, she, bopping around the room, bopping around there. And did not even noticing that I see what's going on and how much of that was so much of a turnoff where you have to be seen in everybody's eye. The worst thing we don't like, and I'm sure the fellas can attest to this, is that we don't like, I'll say me, I don't like women. One of the biggest things, my pet peeves is a woman that, again, has to be seen and wants to be seen and heard. And it's not even needed. Like to me, that's why the attention.
Yeah.
Why you got to be all in everybody's face?
Got to be seen.
Too much of a social life.
Yeah.
Too much of a social life.
Too much. Yeah. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, and we will show you all the attention. You don't need nobody, no other attention when we out, other than, you could. I'm not saying a woman should be in the corner quiet. Now, let me clear that.
Right.
I'm not saying that, but at least, especially when men are talking. I don't like when men are talking and women like to interject in the conversation. Men like to have men conversations. We don't like to go in your conversation when y'all be talking.
Look at Corey. Right. Look at Corey.
Well, go ahead, Corey. You like to interject in men's conversations?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just the only lady here. That's all. So I just take it as just a teacher with the student. That's all.
Right, because this is a good time to try to get into our mindset. So, as far as how we think, hey, fellas, do y'all have any questions for Corey? Or any suggestions for her in her journey through, what did she say earlier? She was always been single or something like that. What did she say earlier?
Well, let me say I do agree with that. You know how I don't know if we're all old enough to remember family gatherings where the ladies are in the kitchen and a man walks in and everybody stops and looks at him and he just turns around and walks the other direction. Yeah. That's how I grew up. And if there's a bunch of men folk, that's not your job to be all over, in the mix. Actually, that's when you stay away because men folk are having their conversation and it's none of your business. As a lady, you're not supposed to be in that, So I agree with that completely. But that's just how some people aren't raised like that.
Yeah, that's right.
I also feel like children should not be in adult conversations. They should not be around you when you're having adult conversations. But that's me.
Do you date men? Do you date men with children?
Yes.
What's the ages?
Here's the deal.
What's your parameters? See,
I gotta be realistic. I'm 43 years old. Most men already have children. So for me to say I want a man with no kids, there are some out there.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's be realistic. A lot of them already have children. So if I would wanted a man with no kids, that would just be very limiting. Their age range for the children, I don't know. I don't want you to have a newborn though. That's
43 with a 6-month-old.
Right.
Yeah.
My question would be, what happened to their mom? The baby 6 months.
Yeah.
Why aren't you with her? I think you should work that out. So I don't know.
Look at this. It said, "Now aggressive when you go on the stars and the program Snap. I value my life." Right. We're talking about aggressive women. Yeah. Age, me. Let me ask you a question, Perry. I've never asked. Did your wife have kids when you first?
Yes. When I met her, that's what I was talking about. My daughter. She was 6.
6.
Yeah.
How was that relationship with the father?
It was not a problem because he's a deadbeat, so it was no issues. Yeah, I got it now. Like my mother used to say, you take the woman, you take the child. That's
what about you, Vince? You had a child? Did your wife have a child before you?
No.
Right. So, Perry, let me ask you a question because I've been in this situation before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it difficult for men to step in as the provider and also the disciplinary of someone else's child? Was there any tension? Did you guys have to learn? Did she have to learn your style of discipline, or did she just let you do what you had to have to do in those situations?
It was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both. When she saw how I was with my son, so it's like we're in a situation. She can't be doing stuff that he can't do. You know what I'm saying? And really vice versa. So everybody's going to get disciplined equally around here. So that never really was an issue. Now, because it was coming from a place of love, even though it was discipline. You know what I'm saying? They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. So,
yeah, I think that was hard for me with a blended family. I would definitely say it was hard because, and maybe it was the wrong person to do it with too. Let's add that. But I'm gonna say for me, it's just like, I always say, if you trust me with your pee, you should trust me with your kids, right?
Yeah.
So you can't, ladies, if you ever bring, and I'm gonna say this, if you ever bring children into the fold of a relationship, and you guys decide to move in or marry or whatever you decide to do, you can't limit a man's power to, you can take care of everything else except the kid over here. Let me handle it. It don't work like that. Like we got to be, if we're going to be a man of the house, we got to be a man of everything that's surrounded in the house, including the children. I think that's difficult for a lot of men out there. I think we need to definitely touch on that.
Yeah. Some guys are, like was in your situation, Mark, was the father around? Was he active?
No, actually, I only saw him once. You know what I mean, or twice.
Yeah.
Right, really twice in the years that I was around. But I guess the biggest thing for me, that's why I asked you. I guess the biggest thing for me was the fact of having to, my discipline may be a little bit more harder than her discipline was, right? To her point, to her understanding, right? But understand, I wasn't going. I mean, first of all, I don't even put my hands on my children. Not even my son. I don't put my hands on him. You know what I mean? There's ways to discipline, but my discipline is too hard. The dish is dirty. I'm gonna wake your ass up at fucking 2 a.m. If they're dirty, I'm not gonna drink out of no dirty ass cups. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's too hard. You making them work too much or whatever, right? And so that overcompensating even goes along with a man in the house. And ladies, if you got a fella who's taking care of you, taking care of the household, also allow him to take care of the discipline of the children. I think that's hard for a lot of women.
Yep.
So Vince, anything you want to ask Corey B. Vince?
Oh no, I'm just observing. I know she's from Delaware, so we gotta give her a little grace. You know what I mean?
It's something about Corey B that Corey B ain't. Corey is a nice young lady. I'm just trying to figure out where's the disconnect. What kind of fellas are you running into for the most part? Like, tell me what are the bulk of the fellas. Maybe we can give you some insight on how to slide on these, Nick.
Oh God! Somebody says it's rough when she got badass kids.
It's rough.
Not date a guy who's got horrible children. If your children are a mess, nope, I'm good. Mm-mm.
Right. So for if you was to take a percentage of what type of what type of guys are you attracted to for the most part? Like, what's missing? I just found that weird for you to be single for so long.
I like men who are smart.
So it's a lot of dumb niggas out there. What else?
I like men who are industrious, who have a skill, who can do something, fix something, do something, turn something, get some. You got some tools. You can do a rotary saw. Do something. Have a skill. Do something. Do something.
Oh, word.
That's what's up.
Something nobody can ever take away from you.
Right. I feel a way because growing up, I was taught how to do certain things. I could tell you all the
Right.
fluids that go in your car. I can tell you, hey, your carburetor's nah, or
Fix
you
the
got a
carburetor.
catalytic converter that's going bad. I can't fix everything, but I can kind of tell you what's going on and what's wrong. I can make sure that I can get home. But when a brother doesn't know how to change a tire, I got questions. I got problems.
Yeah, my daughter was talking about that the other day. She was like, "Oh, my tire pressure is low," and she was talking to her mom. I was just eavesdropping or whatever. And she was like, "My tire pressure low," but I kind of hinted at it. But she got a boyfriend or whatever. But she was like, "What happened to all the real men?" You know what I mean? And see, part of me wants to tell her to be patient. You know, he's got to learn, he's got to grow, and then part of me want to be like, "Fuck that little boy," you know. But I got to stay out of it. I got to keep my opinion to myself.
When they get to a certain age, yeah, you stay the hell out of it. Because I'm the same way with my daughter and her boyfriend. I stay out of their shit. Like back in the day, I'm giving you some advice. I'm gonna tell you something, but this is another man, and he's clearly good to you, and probably good for you, and y'all just going through some shit. So I'm staying the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
let's go and observe.
That's it.
But at what point does a man say, you know, I need to learn how to change a tire because I got this woman now? I want to be able to come to her rescue and help her, not say, hey, let me call AAA for you.
Right.
Because God knows when they're going to get there.
I think that part might have kind of faded out. That part of
I was going to say the same thing. Go ahead,
but to be the hero, that shit kind of like, YouTube that shit, baby.
Yeah. And not only that, they don't have spare tires anymore.
Right. Newer cars don't have, a lot of new cars don't have spare tires. Right. Yeah. They don't have them.
They don't have the donuts anymore? Or you mean an actual full size?
No, nothing.
The donuts are not in vehicles a lot. If you got a newer car, you know, it's a lot of single ladies out there. I know y'all probably don't go back there. But definitely, there's no spares in the bag. News alert! There's no more spares in the bag.
Now the fuck boys off the hook again. See how it goes for them. See how it goes for them.
Right. Unfortunately, some of the things that you experience on the hand skill, if they don't have it in their 40s, they're not. And then there's nothing you can do. Let me explain something to you. There's nothing you can do. You can never teach. You can never teach. They say that you can never teach all old dogs new tricks. That applies to the older men in those cases. You can't teach them how to do it. It is what the fuck it is.
Right.
But let's circle back around.
Right.
I'm 43. Let's say he's 43.
Okay.
He grew up in a time where he should know how to do these things.
He should.
So we're back to it. Why don't you know how to do it? Why don't you want to know how to do it to make me feel safe? And that, for me, the first thing I'm concerned about with whoever I'm dating is, do I feel safe around you? If I don't feel safe, if you take me on a date and your back is to the door, no, brother, we're not going out again. We're not going out again.
Wow.
I like
we're
it.
not going
I
anywhere.
like it.
I got your back. Come on now.
Yeah,
At what point do I gotta not be I don't want to say be the man, but be my idea of the protector over you and I.
You can say it.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Damn, look at that. Industrious dudes are snatched up and married these days.
Somebody else said they're not easy on the eyes too.
Right. I don't know what to tell. I mean, I guess. So, how do women compensate for stuff like that? How do you compensate from that, though? Like, what do you guys do?
I don't know, because part of me feels like, okay, because remember I told you recently I was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mechanic. Honey, when I talked about him, I was like, yeah, I'm dating a mechanic girl. And my girls would be like, oh, what? Really? Oh, girl, you hit the jackpot. Right? But he's a country boy. He had a whole bunch of acres. He had a farm. What?
Damn.
What? Oh, come on. But he was a hoe. So therein lies the problem.
He had a lot of oil changes to do. That's all.
He was plowing the fields.
He's plowing the fields.
Yeah.
Dang.
My thing is, part of me feels like there are some men who aren't industrious. If you're not, you're gonna have to be the soft-fingered man on the keyboard doing something with technology or something and be very good at it. But you should have a mechanic on speed dial. I should still feel safe around you. If you can't, if you can't be industrious, I get it. Be useful somewhere else, because if you're not, then we're both. I'm not gonna say that because that's rude. Then we are both damn.
you on the platform with some 3 rude motherfuckers in here, so join the party.
I don't want to be accused of emasculating anyone, so I don't want to.
Guess what? I just found out. Sitting here crunching the numbers. You do have a type.
He didn't crunch the numbers on you.
Yes, Sirski. You like big, black, strong mechanics, and that's fine. Just go hang out at the what's the joint over at Tires Plus and shit like that. I'm telling you, I'm matchmaking.
I think, and then too. Look. Kevin, I was just thinking this. Many women date the visual of what they want to see versus the reality of who he is. That's facts. And then too, I think y'all go to, like, you can't expect that hanging at rooftop. The rooftop boys, if you want Greek, like, guys you talking about, they don't hang out.
He ain't gonna be there.
No.
Well, that's the thing. I don't go to places like I'm listen. You don't have to be a mechanic, but just know how to do something. Just know how to do something. Know how to change a shower head and use the white waterproof tape that goes on the thing before you screw the shower head on there. Like, the basics.
But the guys I see that y'all gravitate toward are the white. Well, most women they go white collar. I think a lot of women because listen, let me tell you what, and correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all don't realize the dude in the okay, I'm gonna give you a great example. So AC company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't talk, those guys don't get the looks like the guys that have the Benz, the Mercedes Benz, and the nice, suits and stuff. The guys that look like they just, crawl from up under a car, y'all don't look at those guys. Those guys make money too. Those guys are handy and they taking care of themselves. I think you guys are so visual. I think you guys also overlook one guy because the guy smells good, he looks good. Yeah, you want him to smell good and look good when it's time to, but sometimes when it's time to get down and dirty, the guy you're talking about is not going to look like the dude with the suit on for the most part. And I think y'all overlook those guys. The guys in the pest control trucks and the dump trucks and the garbage man.
We don't overlook them because those are the ones that, if we're the kind of woman that doesn't get out much, he tends to be in our neighborhood. He comes to us.
I know, but fellas, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that most women like the smooth suit dudes over the dude that's may be on a rough end. That's all I hear. The educated guy, there's nothing wrong with being educated. High school, college, all these things is great. But some dropouts, there's some guys that probably went to trade school can also do the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
I know. Listen, there's no absolutes in everything. Now, come on, y'all. Blue gotta dress up and go out too. Yeah, absolutely.
I like
we're talking about during the day. The guys that look grimy don't get the most looks.
Can I tell you something that people don't really know? And Vince, I'm not lying. Nobody, even in marriage, ever really dates their type, like what they actually set out for and what they like. Nobody I know. It's not a man I know that married a woman that was his type. And
That's
I've heard women say it.
Because statistics say that men marry who they want, while women marry who they see potential in.
Wanting and her being my type are two different things, though.
True.
But
if you want a certain type,
statistically,
that's who you marry.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that too, but I don't know.
Yeah, y'all like to dress dudes up. Yeah. But y'all typically do that when y'all younger. When y'all get, I ain't gonna do it. Let me tell you something. Last time I did a nigga like that, he done went off and hit somebody else. I hear that.
I bought that nigga some shoes and he walked out of my life.
I ain't gonna lie. Before the breakup, we went shopping and he bought him an outfit. I dressed him up.
Oh shit!
And pretty much sent him on his way.
Essentially, yes. I dressed him up too well.
It wasn't you. It ain't had nothing to do with you. He a fool.
Right. Y'all get tired. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference. I'm gonna just say from the single aspect, there's definitely a difference between younger, ambitious women than older, but also ambitious women. Because there are older women that are ambitious as well. But you guys are not so quick to want to dress a guy up like you did when you were younger, right? Because you're tired. You did it already.
Tired already.
Right. Yeah. I just think sometimes younger women are a little bit more agreeable. They listen, they take in more, because y'all did it. Every woman at some point was a ride or die in their 30s. Ride till the wheels fall off. And then when the wheels fall off, then you get older, your patience ain't there no more.
Yeah.
So they've held the gun. Put this in your purse.
Yeah, man. Younger women think that life is actually going to turn out great.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the perfect man, whatever the hell. That shit ain't. It ain't always that cut and dry.
Yeah.
Somebody said that. What is this? I don't know why the names don't pop up, but I see over here. Joy said, "Never been a ride or die. Haven't met him yet."
Oh shit.
Okay,
Nobody's worthy of you being a ride or die. What the?
To be that for the right person.
Say it again.
I think all of us ladies can be that for the right person.
Yeah, but you're not so eager to do it because you've been burned before.
Been burned, all right. I was about to say that.
Yeah, I had a conversation because I was fellas. Have y'all ever had that talk with somebody in the past coming back and was disappointed you didn't end up with them?
Yes.
Speak on it, Vince.
You said somebody from the past comes back and that person is disappointed
that you didn't end up with them.
That shit is weird, man. It's a weird dynamic because I had a person tell me one time that my kids that I have now should have been her kids. Like we should.
I've heard that.
You heard that too? Yeah.
Oh damn! I've heard some crazy stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her kids should have been. Her kids should have been her kids.
Right.
Your wife's kids should have been hers.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What about you, Perry? Tell me a time when that's ever happened to you.
It was like more of like some high school type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you find out later on down the line from high school as you get a little older in your 30s and stuff. Oh, you just never did what you were supposed to do. It was supposed to be me. I'm like, what in the
Yeah, I've had that conversation before.
It's strange, man. Like it's like they got to get it off their chest. I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it too. And then much respect to that person too. But I've definitely had that's a hard one to hear. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're good people, right?
Exactly.
And then they call you
exactly.
Right. It's hard to hear, but you hear it. Yeah. I heard so my biggest one was, especially in my 20s, when I definitely wasn't in my right mind. You know what I mean? And I had an ex call me when I was in my marriage or reached out or whatever. I didn't have the same number for about damn near 25 years, and she reached out and said she felt that that the man who she thought I was, I gave it to somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
who she thought you were.
right. Who she thought I could be. I wasn't the best, but she stuck. She stuck through it.
She was hoping you be, but for somebody else.
But gave it to somebody else. Right. That was hard. That was hard.
I'll do that sometimes.
Maybe
we get y'all to a 10 and then y'all leave and
Well, maybe
my man said, the man right here, what my man Kevin said, he said, he said, oh snap, a scene out of Two Can Play Again. Don't fix his teeth so he can smile at another. You didn't win it. Hey, look, you just spend all your bonus money for him to get his teeth straight.
And that
motherfucker leave you to smile up in somebody else's face.
Motherfucker grinning like a chess cat.
Can't stop smiling.
Hey, I can eat corn now, baby.
Right. Look, and then he took the other chick out for a steak. Cause he eat a steak first. Get it. Hey, but look, so one of the things I always want to ask, especially like from a woman's perspective, why is it that women, speaking of like holding on things long, why is it that women stay in situations that they know long term is not the best situation? Like, in your opinion, do you have girlfriends like that? Like, you see that they just hoping for that man to turn it. Like, do you give her advice, or do you let her be? Like, what do women really tell women that see their friends doing that? Because I don't think y'all really be real with each other sometimes.
I can speak from my perspective. I've been that woman.
Okay. And so what did your friend tell you? What did you hear, and what did you see later?
Well, what it was is you see those things fairly quickly because you know what you want. And something pops up and you're like, okay. You already know what it is. It bothers you a little bit. And then when more things happen, you're like, I don't know if I can do that. Or, well, maybe it's just, maybe if. And sometimes you're there and you're hoping against hope because you done told everybody about this person already. And it'd be embarrassing for it not to work. Or, it's happened more than once to me. Or because you put all this time into it. And it's like, I couldn't have spent all this time for nothing. I couldn't have wasted all this time for nothing.
So look, I like this one too. Hope is the problem.
Hope is the problem.
Yeah.
That's
right. And I like this. He's a joy with these long ass books. Because of the ridicule from peers and families saying to hold on, but I don't care about that anymore. The term keep a man always means keeping putting up with it and hope he changes.
Hope he changes.
Yeah, I like this too. Gotta accept what it is and not try to make it something you want. If it don't fit, don't try to make it fit. You must have quit.
If it don't fit, you must have
quit.
Oh,
if it don't fit, get rid of that dick.
If it don't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Hope is a problem.
Yeah.
So Corey, I was gonna ask though, like from your perspective, how much of a fact, how real is that, the whole love language thing? Like people's love languages. How do you buy into that, or
your love? To an extent, I do believe it's real. I do believe it's a real thing, but it can change as you get older, as you have children, as life events happen. Your love language can change. And some people will say, like, I was on a dating site and I noticed every guy was like, my love language is physical touch. Really, brother? Is it really physical touch, or you just are you just in need right now?
Every dude I know say that shit.
Yeah,
it's my love language, brother. You know what other love languages are there? I don't know. I just know mine is physical touch. Sure. Okay.
Drinking stuff.
Right. Hey, and that's you. ladies, if a guy tell you it's physical touch, believe me on that first date. That's it. I told you it was physical touch. You know, I told you that. That's just a setup.
Yeah.
Setup for the most part.
I do think it's real. But it usually doesn't stay the same. So people that's talking about their love language is this, and it's always been that. That can happen. A lot of times it's based on what you didn't get as a child.
Okay.
So if you don't get people telling you you're important, or I love you, or I care about you, or that's a great job, you want somebody to tell you those things.
See, that's the affirmation one, right?
Yes.
See, I know too.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
mine's is word. I'll say mine's is words of affirmation only because I guess it's a sign of a slight appreciation. It don't have to be like stuff like, well, thank you for taking out the trash, or something simple. It ain't gotta be, you know what I mean? It could be real simple.
Yeah.
It's not of appreciation. Then it's probably more physical touch. I like put them hands on it. But definitely words of affirmation because it's almost like a sign of appreciation for me.
Oh, right. That's neat. I get it. Thank you for sharing, Mark.
Yeah, because I had to think about it because
that's good.
Right, I had to really think about it. I mean, because shit, give me the instructions. I need some instructions. Goddamn, I need some instructions.
Oh shit! Hey, Mark, she said we pass the share cup. You pass the share cup on to somebody else.
Corey is crazy.
Yeah, I ain't about to tell her. We trying to get Corey married.
Oh, it's about to go down. I already know her type.
Yeah. He already got you. He got your type. So we got one here. Affections, acts of service, and words of affirmation. That's from Joy. I said, hell yeah, it's very important to at least acknowledge it and understand what makes people tick is essentially the same thing. Yeah, you don't want to give nobody a gift and they don't really give a damn. Women like gifts, but sometimes it may not be the right time. So look, right. My mama's gift is my mama's only love language.
Right. Love me. Where's the bag? Where's the money?
Right. So this love language stuff.
Right.
If a few generations before us would have had this knowledge or known something about this love language, because I never heard of this until it's been about 10 years, roughly somewhere in there. You think we'd have been a lot better off? Because it's not working now. So it might have worked with a different generation of people, but they were different people. They weren't like us.
But I'm going to tell you why it wouldn't matter.
Why it wouldn't matter?
Well, it depends on who you are. Because some people would say, thank you, but you never tell me you love me. You never tell me this. You never tell me that. Thanks for the gifts. We didn't say my love language is words of affirmation. We said, how come you don't do this? Well, I do this for you. I pay the bills, or I buy you stuff. Yeah, but you don't tell me I'm pretty in this dress. Yeah. We said it. We just didn't call it words of affirmation. So if you didn't do something that the person told you because you're more comfortable giving gifts instead of telling them, hey, great job. Thank you for sharing, Mark. Then maybe they didn't feel.
Nah, I appreciate you more, Corey.
Hey, Perry.
Acts of service.
Right. I couldn't see my pops, following no love language guideline. My pops' love language would have been, shut the fuck up and get them kids out of here. Shit.
God damn.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I brought it up, man, because like I said, for me, it's like, been about 10 years since I've been hearing it. And I'm like, God damn, would that have worked back then? But now, listening to what Corey said, they didn't move like that, so it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They didn't move like that. Yeah. So
damn. I'll say this. I think the application of it makes it easy. It's almost like, say for instance, so I read the book about that was 17, probably back in I remember that book. That had to be probably like 09 or something like that. I remember reading the book. And I think it did become a fad. But here's the problem. I think most people don't even know who they are today. When it comes to dating, they don't even know what they want, who they are, what it looks like, or whatever. So they may skip around not knowing who they are, and thinking that they're relaying the message. But there is something. So for me, I would say a good example would be if I'm in a relationship with a young lady and she does something I don't like and she gives me a gift, I think that's going to make me feel better, right? Instead of just acknowledging her shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or doing something for me, making me think it's going to be better. That ain't going to do shit for me, right? Just do that one small thing by acknowledging your stuff. Words of affirmation. I fucked up and I am sorry. Where some people can say, well, that know what fucked up. Here you go, baby. Let me give you a diamond ring, or whatever that may be, and that doesn't really resonate with me. That's why I would probably say, you know what I mean?
Hey,
for me,
Perry, tell them about the married land, man. The marriage land. Accountability is only on our side.
What is this word you speak of?
Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, there it is.
Because my wife, and she knows I'm vocal about it. I'm like, dude, you gotta once take some accountability. Like, please, before I leave here.
That is hard for y'all. Good Lord.
Yeah, man. No, they don't. No. No, they don't believe in that word. Mm-mm.
No, they don't. And then they think we crazy because we mention it. Like, it don't. Obviously, if you got 3 men on here, we got 3 men, and I've heard other men say it, and most will. Fellas that's in here that believes that women don't take accountability, please put one in the chat. The few men that are in here, if you feel that women are not capable of being accountable for their shit, right? Please put one in the chat.
Accountability, or is it the feeding into the double standard?
It ain't even got to be about a double standard. It's just about owning your shit, man.
Own your shit.
Okay. For example, if a man hits
somebody
a woman,
put 2.
if a man hits a woman because he likes her, so he runs up, he slaps her in the face or punches her in the back, it's inappropriate, right?
Right.
If a woman likes a man and she's playing around, she slaps him in the face, punches him in the back, oh, it's cute. She's into him. Y'all will say she lacks accountability. She's abusive. Right?
Went to the damn extreme, Corby. But go ahead.
No, it's just to make a point. It's extreme, but it's to make a point.
I smell semantics.
It's to make a point. That's why I'm saying, is it feeding into a stereotype?
A stereotype?
That's why I'm asking.
You saying I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to be quiet.
The spin room.
The spin room. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. But I think for a long time, before this whole accountability conversation came up, the same way the love language wasn't back in the day, it was just people saying, you don't do this for me. Mm-hmm. I think we call it something different. I think now there's a double standard and people don't like what's on the other side of the double standard. So if women can get away with the little love taps, why can't men get away with it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Today they would say, women, y'all aren't being accountable. I think it's just a different name, but
Corey, guess what? I'm gonna let you in on something. You doing MSNBC?
Oh my god!
Spin cycles,
man.
Spin it on the screen, right? Yeah, right. It makes right. Just
Anyway,
I mean, it's like. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Y'all might do it later on after we didn't bitched and fussed over it. You're not gonna do it on the front end. You do it later.
Boy, if it's gonna be done, it's gonna be later on. Like, you remember 3 years ago? I was wrong for that shit, and I don't even remember. That's how I go.
My wife said to me one time, "This is, I guess, her accountability." Sometimes I know I'll be wrong about stuff and you don't say nothing and you just let me be right, even though I know I'll be wrong. She's like, I appreciate that.
Right.
So that's as close as she could get to it. That's as close as she could get to it.
Yeah.
In real time, it's like pulling teeth.
Bruh.
Look at that from a lady. But we get there.
Okay.
Cole, why are you shaking your head? You think we being unfair with that?
Nope. It's your experience. So You're right. It's your experience. Yes.
Your as in the fellas on here, or mine as in me? Because it's all of us in the chat, and also
Yeah,
the
I ain't like
gentlemen.
it the way she said it. I ain't liking the way she said it. I'm not liking that. That shit was not sincere.
You know what? The one thing I hate for men and women, but I'm gonna just say for a lot of people, this is not now. This is the new age shit I can't deal with, right? My truth, or and through my
that means it's a lie. When somebody says it's my truth, it's a whole lie.
I'm living my truth.
Living in my truth. Yep.
So,
I hate that.
Right. Y'all need to own up to the stuff. I think that's just the way to not being accountable. That's for whoever uses that. You know what I mean? If the sun is hot, the damn sun is hot. The truth ain't it's cold in your reality. Let's not work, because the sun gonna burn your ass if you think you can goddamn if it's hot.
I don't even expect it anymore. I don't even expect it anymore. I know it's not coming.
Say it again.
I said I don't even expect it anymore. It's not coming. So why? Why would I?
You done beat us into submissions, ladies.
Hey, that's what I'm at.
We always say we are institutionalized.
Yes, we are.
I ain't scared of nothing. I've been married 25 years. I ain't scared of shit. I'm institutionalized, baby. I go back right now. I don't care.
Gentlemen, I learned this years ago at the firehouse. I used to be a firefighter.
What? How long you was a firefighter, Corey B?
Like 2 years or something. It wasn't anything major.
Go ahead.
So you can be right or you can be happy.
Okay.
Choose ye this day what you want.
I like that.
And there you go.
I choose to be happy.
Then accountability is not on the top of your.
You see?
Right.
Oh boy.
I don't want to hear about this shit.
Oh my god.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I thought about what you said February 21st, 2022. Yeah. And you were right, baby.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man.
So Corey B, we drill down. So go ahead and drill down on us. I know you got some more. You got a pad over there. Get some more of those questions out.
I do have some, but it's not anything major. I wanted to. I got a question.
We're gonna let you run the round table. Go ahead.
Some of the brothers talk about, I like natural women. I like the natural women.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you see them with the woman of their dreams, she has like a 16-inch, 32-piece weave. So what does that mean, natural? I heard this guy one time. It was a dating. It was like a documentary about a matchmaker, and he said, "I want a woman who's like looks natural. Like Kim Kardashian."
That's not natural. At all.
How old was he?
I don't remember. It was a Caucasoid brother.
Man.
Colonizer.
Right.
So, but what does natural look like to you?
For me,
yes.
When I say that, I don't know. I don't like makeup.
Right.
Why don't men like makeup?
Because
it's catfishing.
It's a thirst trap. Oh,
it gets on my shirt, and then I gotta explain that shit when I get home. I'm just playing.
Damn. We're gonna beat that one out for me.
But no,
we ain't.
Like that just fresh wake up look. You know what I mean? You don't have to do anything extra for me, like in that regard. Now your hair is your hair. You do whatever you want with your hair, but as far as the makeup, I ain't real keen on that shit.
No, me either. But I don't like makeup. I ain't a makeup guy. And like you said, as far as your hair, do what you want to do. I don't like weave. And I know a lot of brothers that don't like weave. I mean, a lot. I know more that don't than do.
Yeah, and I think too much of it is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Natural. Okay, so I guess I'll say my definition of natural would be it's okay to enhance yourself, right? A little bit of makeup, eyeliner. Because so like my mother, only thing she did was lipstick and maybe eyeliner. That was it.
That's
right?
it. Yeah.
That's how I saw the lens of what a woman should be,
Okay.
right?
Well,
So I would say, right, that's my mom. So going out of the world, I don't like women with too much weave and then too much makeup. I mean, you're gonna put just pat one time, don't gob. Like one pat and go, right? Yeah, pat and go, and is the not too much, but with all the technology of the asses today, too much of it has to look natural, even if it isn't natural. How about that?
Right.
Okay.
Because sometimes you need weave. I understand now. Sometimes women need to make their hair full, more full.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I don't really, you do what you do with your hair, man. I do like the natural look though. I guess the locks or something like that. I do like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, locks are sexy too. He says, so what do you think about women who don't wear makeup but have a lot of acne in their face and black spots on their face? Do you still like women who don't wear makeup?
I get it.
Too much makeup is what we're talking about. If you're gonna use it to, hide a spot or two, fellas, am I correct? Like if she just used it kind of,
yeah. He made it seem like it was a lot though.
Right. Yeah. Now we're not talking about like where it looks like you got a whole layer of frosting on your face.
Right.
Cake frosting.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the cake frosting.
Hey, like they about to put you in a coffin, like you about to be
right.
Ooh,
right.
Open casket wreck.
The Walking Dead. She going like this. I'm just playing.
Oh my goodness.
No, the Walking Dead casket we don't want. Go ahead, Corby. What else? The natural. That was a good one. And I got some for y'all before we end. But go ahead.
Do men recognize a beautiful woman through her rags? Meaning, like, let's say a woman steps out and she's just going to the supermarket to get something. So she throws on some sweats, a t-shirt, some weird looking sneakers, bad hair day. Do you guys actually see that she's beautiful, or you're like, where else she looking a mess, and keep it moving?
We can see it.
We can see it.
You can have on that Missy Elliott puffy balloon thing, and we still can see it.
Right.
We can see it.
We got vision like a mother.
Yeah, we know.
No, it's a difference.
Are you sure men know, or y'all just observant?
No. It's a
no man do.
It's a difference between being messy and being I don't give a fuck.
And we know that difference.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because women question, because I hear a lot of women question when they go to this grocery store, right? I want to look at my best. I had this on, and I still get approached by men, right? You hear that, right? I typically hear that a lot. And what it is, we have this vision. I haven't gotten to the point now. I got the no look. I call it the no look, right?
Right.
For some reason, it's almost like a feeling. I like hips and ass. I'm a hips and ass guy, right?
Yes, okay.
For some reason, even if I don't look, I can be from the neck up. Boy, I be hitting that thing like I be rolling sevens, right? And later on, I go back and look. I be like, got it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even see it. Yeah. I might not see it. I might not even see it till like the second or third time I went out on a date with you, right?
Right.
But typically, for some reason, I don't know what it is, or maybe I smell it or something like that. But we can see it even through the stuff. For some reason, it's about them jogging pants and big pants, like you said, the Missy Elliott outfit. We know you got that thing that you dragging that wagon, baby.
Yeah. I smile with my little eye.
Yeah.
Right. You dragging that wagon, baby. We know what's back there.
We know. Yeah, we know.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Give us two more. I like where you go. We hunters.
What would you like to see more of from us ladies? Was that a question asked? Did Donna ask that question?
We can say yams.
Yams.
Yams. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, women in general. Now, let me just start off by telling you how I feel.
Okay,
I
go
feel
ahead. Tell me how
that
you feel.
if you've ever seen pictures from the 40s, 50s, 20s, 30s, 60s, 70s, I feel like we had more pride as a people, but as women, we looked a lot better.
Right.
Like even casually, we looked better. And I'm telling you, when I see a bonnet, I just want to burn it. I just every time. Like you couldn't. Oh my, that's like walking out with rollers in your head.
Yeah.
That's just so
Or
interesting to
being
me.
out in your pajamas and then going back home and getting in your bed with them same pajamas and them slippers. And
You're
that's so
outside.
nasty. That's
Yeah,
so
I see people walking around with pajamas all the time.
There's no pride.
I looked on Amazon for a slip. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but I was trying to find a slip for this specific dress. And I ordered it, but when it came, it was labeled sexy evening dress. And I'm like, it's a slip. You can't call this a dress, but people wear undergarments out in public.
Right.
Because, so I was just wondering if you all would like to see something different. What would you like to see from us? For me, it would just be some pride in how we look, but what would it be for you?
I'm with you on that pride thing.
Right. I mean, outside of the accountability thing, that would be more.
You're tossing that in there, aren't you?
I toss that in there real
right?
quick.
We're happy, brother.
I toss that in there, and I would probably say, know your worth more. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow anybody to make you. Okay, I'm gonna say this. So I definitely say this right here. Don't give yourself to someone who don't deserve you, especially in the dating side. I think a lot of times women don't sell it. Stop selling it. I wish women would stop selling, because a lot of times what happens from my observation, especially in the dating aspect, I think women allow men to get a lot away with some stuff we shouldn't be getting away with, and then get mad at all men. Well, you allowed it. How you get mad at all men and you allowed the last 5
Right.
to treat you a certain kind of way that you shouldn't have been treated anyway? That's your fault. You cannot blame it. And I think a lot of women blame the dating dude that messed up. And I wish y'all would talk to y'all homegirls and be real. Y'all ain't real with each other. I'm gonna be honest. Because every time, guess what? I got records to pull it. You can go on YouTube, my YouTube, Date Night Online. I bring the girls in and I always ask 1 to 10, how do you feel your girls' dating choices? And it's usually low numbers. And the girl that look at them like they crazy. Like, I didn't know that you thought that I dated a certain kind of way. Every single time. So how real are y'all being with each other?
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna go out and come back in because my mom don't understand what live means.
Okay, go ahead. I'll put you in the back. Go ahead. You know what? I hear women say, and I'm not saying all. You guys do it to a certain extent, but I have yet, in the time that I've asked that question amongst friends, where the friend is so astonished that her homegirl feels that she don't make good choices when it comes to dating. It happens 100% of the time. I swear for God, it'd be low. 1 to 10. One girl said -4. I was like, damn, she made bad choices. And then the other girl's like, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. Well, and I think men keep it real. So, do you hold your single friends accountable, Perry? Your fellas, how do you do that? What does that look like? Because sometimes they think that men allow other men to. Like, how do you hold your partners accountable?
Yeah. I think we all do it equally, man. Because like the circle I have right now, everybody is just in grind mode, man, and trying to secure the family's future. So we're not even on any kind of crazy time like that. So I know that comes with age, but we really don't even have to because nobody's moving crazy.
What about if he says something that may sound kind of like because you guys have that conversation too, because sometimes we can't get so what about in those aspects?
And even when having that conversation, it doesn't have to be deep. It can just be something like, bro, all right, come on, really? Are you serious right now, bro? Well, I mean, what are you saying? I'd be like, bro, don't, come on. You talking crazy. You right. And that's it. It's over.
We on
That's how deep it gets. Yeah.
Because I feel, this is my opinion, because y'all guys are nurtured, it's so much care that comes along with even relaying a message to your homegirl. Because as a nerd, it's just like a child, right? You guys treat your children with, especially single mothers, you know, they're young men. You guys and just single mothers that have children, it's this coddling thing that can almost ruin a child, right? And so it's almost similar to your homegirls. Yeah, you might give her what you feel is real, but you do it in a fact it's so soft that it really is counterproductive in some cases, because they go out and still make the same mistakes. And then y'all go, and then sometimes in most parts, y'all can be like, I don't know what my girl on. I hear that a lot. She on some other stuff. I just stay out of it. We hear that a lot. So I guess that would be the thing about keeping it real. I wish y'all would keep it more real with your friends. You don't.
And you can, but sometimes you know your friends and they're not going to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They'll get upset with you. I've had friends where I wanted to share something and I did, and they ended up upset with me and we're no longer friends.
Yeah.
That's, for example, when you ask a woman if you saw your man out with somebody.
Yeah, I've just been
saying,
I
want you to tell me. And then you tell her, you just jealous of my relationship.
Yeah.
And now we're not friends anymore. And, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Homegirls are actually scared to tell their homegirls that they saw their husband, a man, out with another.
Because they get upset with you. Y'all are no longer friends. But then when they need a shoulder to cry on, because you know they will. Because she knows, or maybe she's about to find out.
Right.
You still love your friend. You know what I mean?
Same thing happened to me. There we go. That's why y'all don't keep it real like y'all say y'all do, because y'all don't want to mess up a friendship.
I actually had a
look. Boom. I lost a friend over telling someone what I saw.
Wow.
So y'all pad stuff. I just said that y'all pad the truth.
Pad the truth. Do you think do you think knowing that person, like knowing what type of person that is, kind of affects that shit? Like if you know that person can take that kind of information versus a person who gonna freak the fuck out?
I don't know. I don't know that you always know. Because if you've never had that situation with them,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't really know.
True.
I actually know a person who asked me to talk to them, give my honest opinion about how I felt about them. And there was this one area with this man that they had been connected to. And everybody in the circle had said the same thing. They took it and they were cool, but they're still with that person. And they know that, you know. So it's kind of like, what was the point in saying anything? Why did I waste my time?
Yeah.
Well, so look, check this out. Men don't snitch on each other though.
What does that mean?
You know,
business. Oh,
I mean, first of all, we're not close enough. Well, first of all, so if I see my homeboy wife out with somebody, I would probably tell my homeboy, hey, bro, you know what I mean? Like, you might need.
Oh, you said you wouldn't?
No, I said I probably would. I probably would say it. I probably would say it in the sense of like, hey man, everything good at the crib or something like that.
Hey, I'm telling.
Yeah, I think I tell my homeboy, man, hey man, that whole man, what's going on with that hole you got in the house, bro? Go ahead, Perry. Go ahead. You want to say it? You want to tell?
Oh, no, I'm not. I ain't getting in nobody's shit, bro. Nobody's shit, because like Corey said,
I'm gonna put you on the spot. So if you seen,
nope,
Sledge, you
that's
set up.
That he should be smarter than that. You should know.
Sledge, what about you, bro? Would you say?
Don't
tell me shit. Don't tell me shit.
I won't tell you then. I'll write that shit on the post-it note and put it on.
He gonna send niggas. He gonna put it in the mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, man, that's just like, man. We all grown people. Everybody has discernment. You know right from wrong, man. Yeah. I'm not getting in nobody's shit. That's just me. I'm not.
Wow.
Perry, you make a good point. You make a good point, and the point I want to just kind of ride on that point. Typically, women don't usually go left until we go left. Typically, right. If they go left, we didn't probably already took it through the ringer.
Boy,
I'm gonna own that shit
several times.
Right. So we gotta either suck it up or get rid of, or either one.
Yeah.
That's our own discretion. But if you're real with yourself, sometimes but it's kind of hard. It's very difficult to. And I'm gonna ask. Watch this. Okay, so for the ladies out here, I'm gonna ask these gentlemen this right here. Why do men forgive? Why do women forgive and men don't forgive, fellas?
Corey.
Wait a minute.
Why are men so quick to throw away a relationship if the woman cheats, but if you cheat, she keeps you? Why don't reciprocate that for the most part?
Oh boy. Because, damn it.
Look at that. There you go, pride. Look at the shit.
Because I know what it took to get that woman to that point. And I don't want to think about somebody taking my woman to that point.
And look, and all these women on here, I want you to finish. Look, this is how at some point, ladies, y'all gotta just sit back and listen to what we say here. Look at them throwing stuff out. Ego, pride. That's right, ego, street cred. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. We telling y'all what it is. Now go ahead and finish that out. Say it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, man. I know what it takes to get, that woman to that point where she's willing to do that, to take that step. And it's just a hard pill for us to swallow, to know that somebody, did that, or our wife or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. That's a different dynamic.
You can't even say it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You can't even say it.
Go ahead, Perry. Speak up. I want to hear your part.
No, I mean, man, it's just like, if you ever seen that one, the memes, like if a guy cheats, a woman takes him back 100 times. If she go on a date with somebody, he want to kill himself. Like, shit like that. Like, it's real. It's true. Corey, you laughing, but it's true.
It's true.
The male ego is so fucking fragile. You cannot understand.
Can't understand.
Never understand. We cannot take that shit, man.
No.
Yeah.
And I can't. I'm with Vince. I can't even really put it into words, but I know it's fucking in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, so guess what? I'm gonna call myself the court reporter, the translator in this one right here, because I feel the same with these fellas, but I'm gonna say it this way.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's like this. We know how we plant that flag in you, right? Right. And to know that somebody has done that, right, and probably has done it, because when men do it, right, especially, okay, so here's the thing, Corey. So if a man is cheating with someone else's wife, he's fucking her with a little bit more
zest,
right?
Caliente.
With a little bit more.
Hey, he put that swirl in that motherfucker.
I'm talking about you done picked her up, then threw her up in the air, jumped off the dresser, you know what I mean? And just did his performance, right?
You never done before is what you're saying?
Right, because he's competing. Listen, it's a competition.
Yeah.
Right, it's a competition. So that's one from the physical aspect. And then we know mentally he probably already have it, because y'all tell all the family secrets before y'all cheat.
Exactly.
Well, Mark didn't, he ain't gonna take the trash out.
Yep.
you know, he don't listen to me. I'll tell somebody this before. We real okay. I'm not advocating cheating, but real men do not tell the family secrets when they go out there and cheat.
No,
We pretend like we ain't got no girl at the house. They be felt like I ain't know he was married. Like, but the other man know everything. What we drove, what we put on last night, when we did do this, when we did that. And I think psychologically what y'all do is y'all rev y'all mind up to soup yourself up to cheat, right? You're talking to yourself. You don't want to do it because most women typically don't want to do it. They do it and I'm guessing out of emotions. Would you agree or disagree, Corey? You're a woman on here. Is it out of emotions and circumstances? Is it yes or no? Why women cheat?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Yo, God, you got girls that
you got to live a little bit.
Yeah, you got to listen. What's your address? I'm finna send you a damn mail escort on your house.
I can't just be beating on them.
Wow.
I'm gonna send a mail escort to your house right now. What's your address? I'm gonna tell that man to put the extra work in. You got that. We're gonna get you right.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back next week. We're gonna see what you like. My hair gonna be down to see events.
I'm have a blind wig on.
I'll be like this
with them super long lashes. Okay.
Right.
So
no, I just think from a standpoint that from the physical and the mental, the other man is dominating the situation, and we competitive.
Yeah,
we competitive.
I think it's
competitive too, but then that's supposed to be my safe place.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be my safe place. I should have no fear or no. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's hard.
It's hard to explain.
You all are our safe place, our safe place. So
I know.
Yeah,
we respect that. But I always say to women, black women are the closest thing to God because you guys can forgive.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the forgiveness that you got, that's the God conscious that supersedes because your forgiveness amongst anything.
Amen.
Right, I agree. I agree.
I didn't hear you,
Vince.
I said I think God is a black woman.
Right.
Without any question.
Absolutely. So don't ever let nobody take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's that bad, I know you want to throw your leg up, but if it's that bad, just leave.
Trying to tell you, hey, my granddad used to say, "It's two things you don't let a friend borrow: your woman or your car, because he'll fuck around and throw a rod in both of them."
I like it.
Words to live by.
Right. So anything else you want to tell us tonight before we? Because these are actually great. Some of the things that we didn't bring up last. The last one was great. I like these. These are a little bit more like to the point type questions you've had. You know, and I think that we definitely went in depth about some of the things that women want. Also in the chat, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We'll address it. We'll address them. Get Corey B some help because y'all sit around with each other, have y'all wine on Fridays, and talk about how men think. And I must say this, and I got two other fellas on here too. I don't think we really sit around and talk about how y'all think. We really don't even.
Nope.
Tired of trying to figure it out.
Hell no, we ain't trying to figure it out. Y'all be together in Rome. They be so wrong. You just asked us a question about why we don't do this with cheating. All the women in here, every single woman in here went in here and told us why we do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a government grant to figure that shit out.
Right, and if it was the reverse, we sit back and listen.
Mm-hmm.
We sit back and listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right. And then if we don't, and then check this out. If we don't, and then we may preface it by saying most men say, well, in my opinion, I feel that so and so. We don't ride on that's what it is when it comes to y'all. Y'all ride on that shit. Men think this way because this. Y'all be acting like y'all got it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's okay. It's okay. You guys are trying to figure it out, and it's okay. You loud
we
and
think
wrong.
we think logically. That's all.
Right, that's it. Yeah, the logic side
Yeah,
kicks in
that's
because we
all.
didn't thought.
We just crunching the numbers. That's all.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
That's what I meant, Corey. That's not an insult. That's not an.
Okay, so check it out. Do y'all think about the hurt it will cause your woman if she finds out you cheat? If yes, what do you tell yourself to still go through with it?
I'll answer that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we think about the hurt it will cause, and when we think about it, on the ride home.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
I'm trying to hold out with. I'm sorry,
ladies and gentlemen. We are back to the clarity nut.
If you want to be honest, in the meantime, on the way there, we don't be thinking about it. I swear.
No.
We don't think about. It's almost like it fellas. It's almost like, but look, to a lower degree. We even did that as young men. We do the most reckless stuff and don't think about it till after the fact. Yeah. And I was telling somebody the other day, and somebody said we really don't care. We do care, right? But we care later. Y'all care up front. We care on the back end. but we're just saying this. I was just saying this. As young men, we do the most dumbest stuff. Like I was telling somebody the other day, River Road used to be dark as hell, right?
Yes.
We used to turn the lights off of River Road, be pitch black, and take off.
Yeah.
See, look, we from the same side. I've been on Vince forever. Yeah. And for some reason, why did we go on River Road, turn the lights off, and hit the gas, right? And in the dark, right?
The dumbest shit ever, Mark. The dumbest
shit. Think it's funny.
Yeah. That shit is a rite of passage, man. That road is windy as fuck, man. That is crazy shit. I forgot all about that, Mark. I forgot all about that.
I just want to caution any of the gentlemen that are out there that want to cheat. The most dangerous woman or dangerous thing is a woman who is hurt. She will ruin your entire life with your best friend and your closest confidant. So once you hurt, you can't even talk to them about it because they helped. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. So has a man that is an adult much different from a boy? Not too much.
Not much.
We still got boys' ways.
I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, Hey,
we just got money now. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We still try to be the kid inside.
Hey, my cousin said that shit the other day. She was like, how I knew we was about to get in trouble when we was kids? Because you would always say, watch this. And I've
watch this was the beginning. Like, I'm gonna get my ass in trouble, but goddamn it, here we go.
Somebody get broke, somebody about to get hurt. Yeah, somebody to get knocked over.
Yep.
Wow. Watch this.
So look at this shit right here. Our balls have no Listen, look, I told y'all, look, what you gonna get here? That's why I like this platform and the people I bring on. Hey man, hey, I understand it's sad, man. We'll get you some tissue. We'll see some tissue and stuff. We cry over it later. But I'll tell you this. I'll say this. Listen, you can have three brothers here that's gonna be capping like a mug, right? It ain't gonna keep it real, right?
Right.
Listen, we can be authentic. The sexy thing about being a man is being authentic, right? And being like, this is what it is. You're right. Instead of us just kind of like curving you, give us some credit for not curving you, right? And just being honest and being straightforward with you, right? When we say women can't handle the truth, see how we lay the truth? That's sad, gentlemen. Well, it may be sad, but it's the truth.
Maybe.
It's the truth.
The question was asked.
The question was asked, and we answered it. We are not trying to get no coochie coupons.
No,
here it is. But the truth, you want honesty, correct? It hurts to admit it too. It does. Listen, okay. So on the other side, I will purposely say yes. Does it make me feel bad if I've ever had any transgressions against a young lady in my life? Yes. Right. We wanted the. Yes, it does make us feel kind of way, and we regret it. Right. And it may even give us more motivation to even, be a better man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, granddaddy wasn't always granddaddy. The old man you see sitting in the corner wasn't always like that. Y'all, he's so sweet, granddaddy, so and so. Granddaddy had, he ran the numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I'm not saying it's right. We do have some boyish ways about us. But what keeps you is us for us to be the man that we are to you. We're still a man.
Trying to change.
We appreciate the honesty. It doesn't make us feel good to know that our possible hurt isn't an afterthought.
Wow. That was a little too deep.
We can't handle the truth, but can hurt on both ends. Yes. Yeah, it can. It can. I mean, listen, this is what this was about. And real quick before we go, I think I got one of the most slides for y'all. I ain't ran back. Let's run through this one right quick. I got not top 10. What women really desire from men. Oh yeah, I got this one. This is an old one right here. I did. Boom, top 10. Real quick. We're gonna run through this one. What women really desire from men, the top 10, right? I forgot how I put this one together. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Corey B, number 1. Okay, say things that really don't matter to men. Fellas, putting them on a pedestal over vanity, fortune, physique, and size of man. Things that really don't matter to men. I don't know why I put this together though. I don't know. Let me go back. Let me see what women really desire from men. Oh yeah, this was for the things that we think that matters to women, right? Vanity, fortune. Like a lot of guys think that what really matters to women is their pockets. It matters, it keeps it, but a woman still will ride with you. Would you agree with that? Corey B, does that really matter to y'all? I mean, it matters in the long run, but does it really matter? Like, is that the number one thing that y'all like? Are there other qualities and things that can outweigh the money part? Because you can be an asshole with money.
Yeah, there are other things that can outweigh that. It matters to an extent, but you don't have to be a millionaire.
Okay, the physique. What about the physique part? I know you say you like a certain type of guy, but does it really matter?
For the things that I would like for him to do yes.
Physique. Does it really matter? Because I see women do fat guys, short guys, skinny guys. Does that really matter for most women? Because listen, I be seeing some biggie small looking dudes with some fine ass girls. Okay?
Oh yeah, all day.
So does it really matter?
Then he's funny.
But Donna said no. It really doesn't matter. The physique really doesn't matter to a lot of women. Okay, so what really integrity, right? This is what really matters to women.
Very important.
That's very important. Integrity. So, how important is integrity to you as a woman? You're the only woman on here, Corey B. How important is integrity?
I'm sorry, you were asking a question. I thought you were talking to the audience because it was just okay.
No, you're the only woman on here. This is for a woman. So it's important. This is to the men out here. How important is integrity for men to have? And what does integrity looks like?
You're asking them?
I'm asking you. You're the only one that can answer on this one. Or anybody in the chat. Okay, since Corey B, like she don't know what integrity is. Because we trying to learn something. How important is integrity?
Integrity is extremely important. It says a lot about you and how you'll probably treat me.
And what's the definition of integrity? What's the definition of integrity?
Oh, hold on, let me look it up.
Your definition, because everybody don't be looking up shit. Y'all just be making up shit along the way.
Making up shit. How can a man display integrity? What way?
Yeah.
So, example, let's say I'm dating someone who's a business owner and they're shady. We can't be together. Not because you don't treat your customers well, which is darn good reason for us not to be together, but because if we get together, the things that you're doing wrong to other people will eventually affect us because you lack integrity in your business practices. So we can't be together. I'm not going to court and giving up my life savings to cover a debt because you stole something from people. You see what I'm saying? Integrity matters a lot. A lot.
And your name travels through these streets. Atlanta is big, but it ain't that damn big. That shit will catch up with you if you don't have no integrity as a man.
Yeah, it will.
That's so important to women.
Sound like scammers.
Yeah. Always involved in the next quick fix. It's pyramids. You got some dudes just jumping and stuff, huh?
But if that's who you are, that's who you'll be to me.
That's true.
Confidence.
Extremely important.
Yeah.
You can be a 2. If you're walking around here like you were 20, you'll at least be somewhere around a 10. Come on now.
I like the math.
I do too.
I like that. That's why I'm glad I got you on here to break these down. Compassion. How important is that to you? Or to most women? Compassion. What is that? What's the definition?
Oh, it's very important, especially when life hits you hard and you're dealing with a lot of things and you need someone to be compassionate. Not, all right, I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to say? No, I don't want you to say that. I want you to be compassionate. I need you to show some kindness, some caring, something.
Somebody say that you know your children.
You said what?
If you know your children.
Now that's funny. Now that's funny.
Right. So yeah, Donna said compassion is definitely needed. And I guess a form of compassion, I would probably say from a man, for me, compassion would be like, I understand that you had a long day at work and then you come home and you do this. I can acknowledge and feel that. Am I right, Corey? For a woman, would that be a sense of compassion? Like, I understand how your day is, and would that be a sense of compassion?
That could be compassion.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking because sometimes we get it crossed up. Maturity. How important is that for a man to be mature?
Oh gosh.
Because that's some goddamn dingy ass niggas out here now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Maturity is not high on a lot of people's level.
No.
Yeah. I see that as, dating the person who still thinks that they're 12. You know how to say ain't no fool like an old fool?
Right.
It never grows up. I mean, it can be fun at first and cute and funny at first, but after a while that gets old. We live in the real world.
Niggas still trying to bring out an album in 45.
You rapping.
Is annoying. Boom. Emotionally availability.
That's a must.
Important. Yeah, and this goes for this type of stuff goes for single and married men. Emotional availability. We all gotta have that. That's important. How important that is that to a woman, and what does that look like? Teach us.
Corey? Wow. I don't know how to teach you that.
Well, just tell us from your perspective, what does that look like? Because the reason why I'm asking you and putting you on the spot, because sometimes what we think it is, it may not be it to a lot of women. That's why I asked.
The first thing that popped in my mind is, let's say you're dating somebody and they are still having issues about an ex. So there's certain places that you want to go that they don't really want to go because me and my ex went there, or, things you want to do and we can't. You're not emotionally available. You're physically available, financially available. You're available, but emotionally you're not there. And so how can you connect with a person who's not available? Their mind is not with you. Their heart's not with you.
It's impossible.
Tell me what your words show me how you actually feel about me. Okay, that's a good one, ladies. A sense of humor. How important to have a sense of humor? I think all three of us have some sense of humor.
Absolutely. A sense of humor is sexy.
Did you hear the one about the chicken? No.
Right. You read my mind. Sense of humor meant something 25 years ago. Now my shit ain't funny at all no more.
Dad jokes.
Oh, she got you now.
Dad jokes.
Yeah,
No, dad jokes are the funniest because they're just so corny. But yeah, they're just so corny.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
no doubt.
This dude right here say he's emotionally available for 15 minutes at a time.
That's funny.
Emotional intervals.
Sense of humor right there.
Yeah.
Respect. What does respect look like to a lot of women? Somebody said, yes, make me laugh. Yeah, yes, it is. Make me laugh. What does respect? What does that mean for men? Like, what does that look like? In the chat too.
I like that. Keisha Nicole said without. Oh no, sorry. Reading. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No. Okay, so respect. What does respect to a woman? What does that look like? Put it in the chat. And I just say by taking on a woman's viewpoints. If we got to make a decision, she may have. What you think, fellas? Like, a decision may need to be made, and you take in what she says.
Oh yeah.
See, I was just everyday treatment. If you don't respect me, it's almost like you're invisible. If you don't respect the person,
right.
You don't hear them, you don't see them. They don't matter because you don't respect them.
But only way that you know that you're truly respected would be in the sense of decision making. There, like, because you can think one thing, but you really don't know until it hits the floor. You know what I'm saying? Until you really have to put that to test. Some things you got to put to test, because in our mind we feel that sometimes it may be one way, but sometimes you have to test certain things to see if it's really like that. And I think respect for a woman possibly would be like, well, yeah, it's all good, but then when it's time to make a decision, I have to respect how you see it, even though I might go it my way.
Hey, then a lot of times, just the way you handle shit too, your actions, you know what I mean, can garner respect from a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Or lose it.
Yeah, I think I left my situation because there was no more respect on both ends. Trustworthiness.
Trustworthiness.
How is important?
These things are just hand in hand.
But a lot of shit ain't happening though. Obviously, a lot of women are respected. A lot of niggas ain't funny. A lot of, and the reason why I put these together is because I think sometimes we become so one track as men and think just because we bring the food and put it on the table and that's it.
Yeah.
It's more to it than that. All these some of the things that really matter. The superficial things. You know what I mean? Like we're A and B, right? We're A and B, and sometimes we get lost in the sauce. And fellas, these are some of the things you guys can apply for real, straight up. 2 more. Growth. That's important to a woman. Would you say? Not being stagnant.
Yes.
New ideas.
But
becoming a butterfly. Coming out of cocoons and becoming a butterfly.
Growth on his terms, not you helping him out.
Speak on what you mean. What you mean, Perry?
Woo. Him actually becoming the man that she wants him to be, and she's not like, all right, let me take you over here and get your bank account and so you can start learning how to save this money. No, growth on his terms. Him being the man you want him to be. That's what you. I got you, Corey. I got you. I knew what you was gonna say. You ain't got to say nothing else. I got you.
Hey, Corey, guess what? Can I say something though?
What's up?
I'm saying after I finish this. At belief systems, believe in something. I think that's important for women. That's part of the security factor. Would you believe that? Would you think that, girl? I don't know. If you believe something.
Yeah.
Because I hear women say a lot of times. I hear women say, "Well," which I don't really understand. This is one of the biggest things on the belief side. I'm gonna touch on this before we end. The belief side. I think that's a lot of times. A lot of women look out. That's one of the things that women miss out too. A moral compass is the only thing that we would probably want to. I would think would probably make someone secure. Just because they believe the same thing that brings your moral compass doesn't mean that may not be for you. I think sometimes we get so technical, but like, well, I only make, and no disrespect on nobody else's belief, but when I hear a lot of women say, well, he got to be a Christian. Well, not all Christian men are good for you.
Right.
Because if that's the case, why is it that most women only date men outside of their church? Y'all in the same church with single men in the church now. Y'all usually drag a nigga from the outside. Am I right, fellas? Y'all ever thought about that?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? And you gonna get to the most ragged dude off the street to try to get him cleaned up when you already got somebody that go to Bible school. You know what I'm saying? To lead the church rehearsal, do all that stuff. But then y'all try to bring a man that just left the club Saturday, smelling like weed and Casamigos. It don't make any sense. So why is that so important for women? As far as he has to be, I'm gonna use Christianity. Why is it so important that women feel like he has to be a Christian? And when a lot of times that doesn't always equal to success. Why is that? Lady, somebody in there.
Somebody. I don't think you have to have the same belief system to make it work though.
She said, "Ain't no man in church I know because I
just saw that
story." She said, "Look, Corey tried to come in through the back door, y'all."
That's oh my god!
Look, she tried to come in through the back door. Yeah, sometimes the ones in the church are worse, honestly.
Because they're there for a specific reason. They know that there's more women than men, and they are outnumbered, so they go to fish.
Oh
yeah, man. I believe, man. I believe in all this other stuff, and I'd be like, "Come on, man! You don't even walk the same all the way like that." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't never understand. I think some of the things. I think that list right there. And then Corey B. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, though, Corey B. My thing is that I like to have an open platform a lot of times, just for everybody, because sometimes. Self-discovery before you should know some of these things should be already embedded us at this point in life, right? We should know certain things that should automatically be like at this point, right? And I think sometimes is that, and this is just only advice, right? I think the more you know about yourself gives you a better layout of what's for you, right? That's the beginning. That's the blueprint. Understanding what those look like, what integrity looks like, what so and so looks like. Boom, 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 boom. Like these things should roll off, right? The more and more you give confidence on what life looks like or relationship looks like to you, and narrow it down and try to pad those things down with your own core things you like and you desire, then I think you're gonna get what you want. I think the universe is just is trying to like test you and seeing where you are within yourself. I'm not saying I mean outside of you being a nice young lady, hey, you definitely got the tools, but I'll definitely say that there's probably some things you may need to rediscover about yourself. What you think?
I like it.
What you think, Corey?
I'm writing it down. I like it.
I'm glad you can receive that. Because when we first started, and fellas, y'all help me out real quick before we end. When we first started, was it clear on what Corey really wanted when it comes to relationships? Was it clear?
No, well, Perry had a peg. He said she had a type.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. That's what I got out of that. That's what I got out. And she wants her type.
Right.
Okay.
But I think more than that, she just want a decent person. You know what I mean? Somebody.
I do.
Yeah. So step your game up, dudes. What the fuck?
Yeah, fellas. Step your game up. Let's see. With that. Go ahead.
Washed.
Hey, look. So check this out, real quick, Vince. Go ahead, tell everybody about y'all podcast, what y'all platform podcast. Tell everybody about what y'all got going, bro.
He hates saying podcast.
I know, only because y'all title say that. That's all. My bad. Go ahead.
Hey,
oh god.
I know, man.
P, give him the stick, man. Our little slogan.
And where y'all at?
The Husband Show podcast, where our husbands band together and navigate this thing we call marriage through love, life, and laughs. That's our thing, baby.
And what are some of the things y'all talk about on y'all platform as the married
man?
Everything.
What don't we talk about?
Nothing is off the table.
Nothing is off the table, bro. I mean, literally, we talk about everything.
Yeah, from a married perspective. So y'all tune in and see what it's like. Remember, you got to prepare yourself for the part to be a wife and or a husband. But it's all right to take notes along the way. Shit, life is learning every day. I don't know nothing.
And that's what we always say, man. We didn't create the show because we think we're above reproach or we're the greatest husbands. No, we made all the mistakes. Come over there, listen to us, learn some things so you don't make the same mistakes we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody told me once, they said they almost got a challenge what I'm doing with how you gonna be single and give advice on something to that. I don't listen. I said, well, that's the best person to learn from, the person who made the most mistakes.
Exactly.
That's how you, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not the person who read some books and all this. But I think you guys have more, I think most people have more respect for people who have well read more than the person that walked through the experience. The person through the experience can take you through the fire better than someone who just picked up studies and did this and did that. No, I did mine because it was therapy for me, and then two, it was self-discovery. And while I was self-discovering who I was as a person, I learned some things along the way. I learned some things about women. It taught me how to be a better person. So it's just not about me, you know what I'm saying, coming on here and telling me what I think, my opinion. I never sit here and say, we share thoughts over here. We share ideas. We share on figuring out. One, the accountability is number one. That's the foundation that we teach it here at Date Night. Accountability, one, we start there. Then it's discovery, right? And then it's action.
Yeah.
That's how it's laid out. You right?
To add on to it, Perry, I think the difference between what we do and what a lot of people do is that we own our shit. Right. We are not afraid to be vulnerable and not afraid to admit that we're still growing and learning as men.
Oh yeah. And I always say it's therapeutic as hell.
Yeah.
It really is.
Dang, you know that is kind of dope. I don't think there's nothing out there like that with some guys like get together and just some married men. You know what I mean? I mean, either they can be at the bar watching game, ain't talking about nothing. Because y'all, I usually hear a lot of women say, you know, men don't talk about. I hear men don't talk about sports with women, but now you got a group of married men that are here trying to enhance themselves and be better husbands.
Right.
So
help some people along the way.
Right, help some people along the way. Corey B, letter C. Whatever you got going on over there. Hey man, I thank everybody for definitely come out. Corey B, tell us what you got. What you, anything special you doing? Anything you want to do? Products? Anything you got going?
Teaching. I work with kids, so pray for me because I want to choke them. I honestly want to choke some of these kids sometimes. I really do. I ask you to do something simple and you want to cuss me out. No, sir. No. That's about it, honestly. I don't have
right. No, you don't. That's why I said this is an open platform. Anybody come on, you don't have to be this. Now, look, check. This is the last announcement. Y'all tell me what y'all want to think about this. I need some help. Fellas, everybody out there, this is the last thing I want to ask. So I got this thing I want to do in about 2 weeks. It's called I was inspired to do this. I was thinking about some things and I'm gonna lay it out. It's gonna be centered around, I haven't came up with a title yet. It's gonna be centered around identifying the down low brothers. That is a problem.
Wow.
The identification of the down low brothers. I just named it, right? Because a lot of women blame I didn't know so and so. Because here's what I need. Like everybody sounding my voice. If you know anybody that has, I know one person in particular, I gotta reach out to them and see if they come on. But I definitely want to bring someone. I've heard women say, "Well, how do you spot?" I even may bring somebody that's on a fella that may be on the other side, you know, that can help women to identify the down low brothers, because that's really it is. Oh, that's a problem. Yes, it is a problem. Right. And I hear a lot of women that say they don't know they were thrown off and they don't know how to identify that. And I really truly think there's a way to identify that. But I think sometimes, and this is my opinion, and I'm going to say this and end it by saying maybe where you are, you can't see it. You have a veil because you're trying to get to a relationship. You may miss some things. So I do want to put a program together to identify the down low brother so we can actually help women not to make those decisions and not to be so thrown off. Maybe there's some discoveries. I need like 2 women in there. I'm gonna bring one other person in. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a big discussion about it. We're gonna have some pointers. We're gonna also do a top 10 on it. So,
that'll work.
Top 10 things to identify a down low brother.
That sounds like a brown liquor night.
It sounds like a brown looking night.
Ooh,
Check the PM. What's the PM, Corey? What's that?
The private message.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, they ain't private no more, damn.
The message itself, baby.
Everybody hold tight on here. But look, everybody out there in the internet world, www will holler at you.